I got an interesting quick video for you guys today. We're going to do a video on the size of the caliber. Does it matter for self-defense? We're going to start with 22 long rifle and work our way up to 9mm. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so I've had this question for a while. What is the smallest caliber comfortable for concealed carry? Now, a lot of people say 22 is the most deadly round out there. It's the most people, and that might be true. But is it enough to stop a bad guy? That's the question I want to know. So I think the best analog that I can use without going out and getting a big old slab of meat or going and getting a ballistics dummy lab, torso or something, is to shoot some cantaloupe. So we're gonna go ahead and pop a couple rounds into these cantaloupes and see how she feels. But let's first show you the pistol we're using. This is the TX22. This is the competition model. It's a really neat pistol, very low recoil. It is meant for competition use. That's the biggest plus to a 22, is there's no recoil. So you could shoot it all day, and people with recoil sensitivities or people with dexterity problems can easily shoot this guy and be pretty accurate. And it's fast enough and cheap enough that you could shoot on a regular basis and you could pump 10 rounds into a target really quick. But I want to see if one round is enough to stop an opponent, like a lot of people online say. So let's go ahead and pop around right into this first cantaloupe. We're gonna go to the one on the left side here and see how she looks after this. All right, let's go ahead and check out this cantaloupe. All right, so we got a good split on the front end of the cantaloupe, good entrance, and it just kind of went right on through. What I am using, what I forgot to tell you, what I am using is hollow points in all of these guns. This one is the Winchester White Box hollow point. These are a 36 grain hollow point. Not the best defensive round, but it is still a hollow point, so it should show some kind of expansion. So interesting. At the end, we're gonna show you what it would be like if you were using it in a defensive situation. All right, so next up is the 380 ACP. This is what a lot of people consider the bare minimum for defensive cartridges. This is a LCP Max. This is a very common pistol that people carry in a pocket or in a waistband or in a purse, whatever. It's a very common pistol, so perfect for testing this out. The negative side about a gun this small with a caliber as large as 380 is it's very aggressive on the recoil. And I actually got that mag to slide out. Interesting. But let's go ahead and pop a round into this cantaloupe and see what she does. Now I am using PPU defense ammunition. It is PPU 94 grain jacketed hollow point. So it is a hollow point round. Yet again, not the best hollow point round out there, but it is an interesting analog to show. Holy smokes, I missed. There we go. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and see how she hit. So, not the best shot placement. I think my sights are a little off because I was hitting way far left. So I just kind of grazed it, but as you can see, it took the whole section of the cantaloupe out. It is pretty gory. So it is a lot more aggressive than the 22 long rifle. So let's go ahead and move her up. All right, last but not least is 9mm. This is a pretty common round for everyone to carry as a daily carry pistol. I could go all the way up to 45 and even bigger, 357, things like that. But I don't think that's necessary for what we're doing today. I think 9mm is where we need to stop. This guy is a Shield Plus. This is my daily carry, Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. It is a very nice concealed carry pistol. It holds 10 rounds of 9mm. We are using Sig Sauer jacketed hollow point. I don't remember the grain. It's the 365 rounds. So let's go ahead and pop off a couple rounds and just see how she feels in recoil and see why some people would choose a lighter caliber. It's a little aggressive on the recoil. It's not terrible, but if you're have dexterity issues or you're afraid of recoil, this could be an issue for you. But let's go ahead and see how she works against our Cantaloupe analog. Okay, that was a great shot placement, and you'll see the carnage that was left behind. So let's go ahead and make this clear. Okay. So, that looks like it's our entrance wound here. What's left of it, that looks like an entrance wound. That is our exit wound. This is the main reason why most people refer to 9mm as a defensive cartridge, because one round is enough to put a decent sized hole into a attacker or a animal or whatever's attacking you. It's definitely interesting, and it leaves a nice large open cavity. Definitely an interesting thing. Now these are cantaloupes. It's not the best analog because cantaloupes are hard on the outside, soft on the inside. Mammals are soft on the outside and soft on the inside. So not the best analog, but it is a quick representation of the difference in power between 22 all the way up to 9mm. But the main reason people go with 22 over 9 or 380 is because it's low recoiling. They can pop off a lot of rounds really quickly. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like if we were in a defensive situation and had to pop off as many rounds as we could into these cantaloupe, this cantaloupe. All right, so comparing it to the one shot of 9mm, the 22 did a pretty decent comparison in carnage on this cantaloupe. I will say it is very interesting that 22 and 9mm can do similar if you got good shot placement and very quick follow-up shots. But with 9mm, that's just one round. This was about 6 that made this one. So interesting what the difference is. All right, guys, so my final thoughts on this little quick analog. It's not the best analog. It's definitely not scientific in any way, but it's just kind of interesting to see. But my final first thoughts is, I personally wouldn't want to carry a 22 as a self-defense round. That's my own personal opinion. But if that's the only option you have, if you are recoil sensitive, or if you have dexterity issues, or you feel more confident with a 22, it definitely can get the job done. You just need a little bit more rounds and well-placed targets. So if you get a 22 for self-defense, get it out to the range. Put some rounds on it. Make sure that you are the most accurate you can. If you can keep those rounds into a small target, it don't matter. At that point, 10 rounds of 22 or 3 rounds of 9mm are going to do pretty much the same damage. So definitely something to think about for your next carry gun. If you are recoil sensitive or you just feel more confident with a 22, stick with the 22, guys. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying this is my quick opinion. I think the 22 is perfectly acceptable if you are good enough with it. But this is my quick thought process on the differences between those. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section. Would you carry a 22 for self-defense? Let me know in the comments. And also, let me know in the comment section what your EDC is. I'm always curious to see what people are carrying. Guys, if you haven't checked out the website yet, go out and check out gundeity.com, where you can get really cool moisture wicketing shirts like this. You can get hats like this, all kinds of fun stuff. Check out gundeity.com. Also check out the links in the description below for the Amazon Gun Deity channel. Guys, as always, I'm Gun Deity, and in my opinion, carry what you feel most comfortable with. Guys, I will see you heathens for the next one.
I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a